Hi, my beautiful Cancers. Welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten, and I have your general reading for the month of March 2018. This is a general reading, and you can apply the energies and the messages of the cards to whatever your situation, whether it be love, business, money, family. You tell me. So I'm going to give you the energy of the card and what it might mean for you for the month of March. This is the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. I'm also reading it in terms of like a Celtic cross as well, the cards. And I'll be using a Sibylla at the end to sum it all up and give you some advice. This is a general reading, and it is for single couple cancers, male, female cancers, sun, moon, and rising sign cancers. And the reason why I'm so disjointed is because as I was looking over your cards, I saw the Wendy Williams. I feel like it's talking about Wendy Williams as well. So I get confused when I have too many stories flowing around in my head. So there's a Wendy Williams story in here. So if you guys want to know the gist on Wendy, I think it's showing up in here, and at least for the month of March. Okay. Alright, so make sure to hit the like button, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get started with your reading. At the bottom of the shuffle, we have the Death card, which talks about changes, inevitable changes, the end of a cycle, and transformation that happens. Something has to come to an end so that something new can begin, or you need to change. You need to make some major changes in your life, Cancer. A strong Scorpio energy is being featured. And I feel like you're really afraid of death, or you're really afraid of this ending. And then some of you are using this energy to re-identify yourself, okay, in a deeply spiritual way. So I think there's some deep spiritual transformations happening for some of you Cancers. So that's your overall energy. So the beginning of the reading, we have the Emperor card, and the Emperor talks about control and strategy and plans and focus and strong foundations. So I feel like you're taking control, that this is your energy. Either you're taking control, trying to get things under control, get some structure and order going on in your life, or you are under an authority figure like this, and this could be some man in your life, an older man, father figure, husband, boss, maybe even under the control of some large institution, company or contract, okay? Something has a big influence and power over your life right now, and it's their rules, my way or the highway, and it's stubborn and unyielding. Again, I kind of feel like it's mutual. I feel like you're dealing with this energy, and you are this energy, Cancer, and I strongly feel that. Okay. The High Priestess here in the challenge position in reverse. Okay, there is some gossip. There's some talk. People are talking about you. People are coming up with scenarios. People are, making up shit. They're trying to see what's going on underneath the surface because you're not very revealing. You're keeping to yourself. You're hiding your true feelings. Maybe you've gone undercover, incognito. For whatever reason, to get some deep spiritual insight because you feel disconnected from what always has guided you to make right decisions. You know, I also feel like this energy could mean that your challenge is to trust your inner voice. You know, I think you know, and I know you know, you're very psychic, and I know you know the truth, but you are hiding from the truth, and you are withdrawing from other people who know the truth too, and you're not dealing with reality. Some of you are, this is not going to resonate with everyone. You know, the parts that resonate with you, that's your part. Some of you are utilizing spiritual or occult knowledge in the wrong way. Or you're using that to re-identify yourself. And it's causing you to, causing people to look at you kind of, look at this. It's causing people to look at you like, what's going on? And whatever's going on with you, Cancer, it's freaking people out. They've got them bewildered. They're puzzling you. They're studying you, trying to figure out what's going on. You know, what's going on with Cancer here? And why won't Cancer talk to me? Why won't Cancer tell the truth? Cancer is lying. Cancer is keeping secrets. You know, that's what people are thinking. That's what someone is thinking. Okay, that's one scenario. For some of you, this card is talking about you're taking some time out right now. You got to disconnect from other people's opinions, okay? Because you can't think, and you can't. You don't know what's right and what's wrong, and you want to feel your inner truth. And right now, you got so many other opinions coming at you. You don't know what your own truth is, or what your true thoughts are. So you're taking some time to withdraw and keep to yourself and find that connection again, right? Now, you could also be dealing with someone who's doing this to you. Someone has withdrawn from you, Cancer. And that's the challenge, is to get reconnected again. And there's an extremeness that has to be overcome. A line or a boundary, or what do I want to say? I'm okay because I'm thinking of someone else, but I'm feeling like this is an extreme attitude on your part. You are drawing a line, and you're being very extreme. And I think you are being very extreme about how you're handling your situation, how you feel about someone, irregardless of others' opinions. You want favor, you want approval, but you have an extreme belief, and so you're holding on to that fiercely. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Now, some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius with this Hangman reverse. But Aquarius reverse can talk about, you know, you've kind of been in suspense. There's some suspense around you, a suspense about what to do about your situation. a stagnant situation that has been troubling you, and you've been considering it from all angles for quite some time, and you're waiting for the right time, you're waiting for a sign, you're waiting for something to change, someone to change, for the situation to transform. And it's been very painful and difficult. This could be someone who you're waiting on, right? You're waiting on them to make a decision. And it's been so very, very painful to not have any control over this thing or this person. And now this person could be very strange. People around you may not understand your preoccupation with this person. Or this is others looking at you like you're very strange, not understanding your behavior. There's something weird about this energy, okay? Something weird going on, Cancer. Now, whatever it is, your situation, you want to hold on to it tightly. You are clinging to it fiercely. This is what brings you your security. This is what brings you your coin. Okay, this is your security blanket. You've worked very, very hard for it, and you're not going to share it with anyone, and you're not going to let anybody pry it from your cold, dead hands. That's how fiercely you're holding on to your money, your relationship, your business, whatever. At the end of the day, it all adds up to one thing: security, money, support, wealth. You're very, very, there's a lot of prosperity around you. For some of you, you're very prosperous. For some of you, have a lot of money or a lot of success in what you're doing. You're getting that coin. And then for some of you, the connection that you're trying to hold on to, whether that be a person or a circumstance, this is what you believe is your security, your money, and you've drawn this hard line, this extreme line that no matter what, you're going to hold on to it. Okay, regardless of what anyone else says and who doesn't validate you. Now, like I said, I looked over this reading and I see Wendy Williams in the reading, and so I'm not going to be talking about her only. I'm just saying that because of that, it confirms some other cards that some of you may have a public life or a public persona or a strong social media presence. Okay, and that may be where you've or a big family or community of people who support you and who recognize you and support you and care about you, and you're not you're withdrawing from them, or you're withdrawing from their opinions. Okay, because the object of your affection, whether it be a person or some circumstance, at the end of the day is your security blanket, is your coin, and you're not going to let anyone pry it from you. They'll have to pry it from your cold, dead hands. All right? Because this is your ideal life, King of Cups, ideal partner. This is what you've always dreamed of, right? This is what you've always dreamed of. The ideal partner, the ideal family, with lots of money and security, and that's your dream come true. That's what you believe. That's what you have determined that this is, whatever this is that you have. All right, and the heart wants what the heart wants. God damn it. That's what you're saying to yourself. My heart wants what my heart wants. This is your card. This is King of Cups. Could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces as well. This could also represent the person that's in your life or the circumstances in your life. Whatever it is, it's ideal to you. It could be an ideal job. It could be an ideal person. You think it is. And with this High Priestess here, reverse, they may not be validating you at this time. And your public or your family, you know, the same, it's in the same line. They may not be validating you at this time, right? And they could be making a decision about you, your man or your community, public, friends, family. They're making a decision about you. And they're evaluating your past behavior here with this judgment card. They're evaluating your past behavior, and it's strange. It's strange. It's strange. It's strange. It's strange. For some of you, this King of Cups is also a doctor or a lawyer who can make your situation better, help you, ally with you, because there's some evaluation that's being taken place, either an evaluation of your health, an evaluation of your circumstance, and it may involve legal issues, a contract, or it may involve a detoxing. It may involve, this could also be a healer, a psychic healer, a spiritual cleansing. But I feel like this is coming up for you in the near future, that you're going to be dealing with a doctor, a lawyer, or a healer, like a spiritual healer as well. And there's going to be a rebirth taking place, okay? You're going to be doing some sort of detox, rehab, reevaluation of self. And like I said, that change, that transformation, you know, getting rid of the old cells and, you know, exfoliating what's dead and being renewed, refreshed. So there's some renewal. Could be a renewal of a contract. There could be some release from what was oppressing you here. You know, I'm giving you all these different scenarios. You guys know what applies to your situation. But that's coming up for you, okay? And there'll be like you explaining yourself. You'll be explaining yourself and your situation and coming clean, confessing your situation, right? Making amends. There may be some conditions that are placed on your renewal of contract or your renewed relationship. This is also reconciliation, getting back together with, you know, this implies there was some sort of separation, because this is a card of reconciliation and forgiveness. Getting a second chance. Either you get a second chance or you grant a second chance to someone. But this second chance is dependent upon conditions. You have to get clean. You have to see a doctor. You have to get on your meds. You have to see a lawyer. You have to make a new contract. But this announcement, there'll be maybe even an announcement that's made or some formal declaration, right? Some of you are going to be suing someone or going to be getting sued as well with these cards. I feel like you're going to be, some of you, not all of you, some of you are going to be seeking legal counsel. It may be in regards to defamation of character or a malicious intent to defame one's reputation or even defraud of money, and also breach of contract. Any of those issues could be coming up for some of you Cancers, and it's coming up. And I feel that if you pursue it, you you will win. Okay, you will win. Right. Sorry about that. I got interrupted there. Hopefully I can cut that out of the recording. But if you pursue the case, fight it, you will win. You have success cards all around you. You really do. I wish I had these cards for my success. Although at the same time that I'm saying this, all that glitters is not gold. Cancer. All that glitters is not always gold. And I feel like the success that you win, the success that you achieve, isn't true happiness. But it certainly will pay some bills, you know? Anyway, I also want to say real quick that it came to me that this hard line, this extreme, could be somebody crossed a line. Somebody crossed a line and in the past, and it could be that you crossed a line or someone that you were involved with crossed a line, and now some new rules are being set, and there's a lot of suspense to see if those rules will be adhered to or followed. Okay, so that's another story that I'm getting, but presently, what it is right now is you're holding on really tightly to what you feel is your ideal, and I think you're going through a change, a spiritual change, or some sort of physical transformation right now, and it's refreshing you, it's cleansing you, it's healing you, and you're withdrawing from others in order to do this, to heal. And soon you will be presenting yourself again, renewed to your family, your friends, your public, restored, right? Everything's okay. That's what you will be saying to others. Everything's good. My family is good. My life is good. My health is good. I'm good. I'm getting what I want. And kind of like smugly saying that, you know, that's totally Wendy Williams. I love you, Wendy, but girl, you know that's how you would do. Anyway, some of you are contemplating a pregnancy. Okay, this reading is for all cancers, not just Wendy Williams, but some of you are contemplating, thinking about a pregnancy. Okay, are you pregnant? Is someone pregnant? What will happen if you are or they are? How will this influence your coin? How will this influence your future security? Because you are all about the money. And you want the coin to keep increasing. You very much are, you know, stingy about that. And want to hold on to that. You want to hold on to your contract. You want to hold on to your ideal life. So how will this pregnancy, some of you are using a pregnancy to get that, to seal the deal. Okay? And then some of you, the person that you're dealing with could be expecting. So, I mean, there's some rumors out there. I don't want to spread no rumors, but, you know, I am seeing kind of, you know, maybe confirmation of some rumors that, unfortunately, Wendy's husband, sorry to talk about Wendy, Cancer guys, but some of you, let's say some of you might be dealing with someone who has a secondary family, who is still married, who has children, or is expecting another child. That's complicated. That may be why you want to keep it to yourself. It's strange for people to absorb that. Okay, and would cause people to judge you for why you would accept something like that. You may be wanting to see a lawyer or to make some adjustments in regards to this happening, okay? Because this, I think, is happening. So some of you are getting pregnant. Some of you are dealing with a pregnancy, a new addition, an increase that's coming into your life. And so that's what your focus is on. And that may be the reason for your strange behavior for some of you. Also, the connection that some of you are trying to keep with your ideal man, which others do not understand and do not get, is because you believe they'll bring you financial increase, commitment, marriage, support, status. Again, there's this lure here for you, and that's what's important to you, okay? And I'm just hearing right now, the man in your life is stingy and self-important. The man in your life is stingy and self-important, unyielding. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me finish the reading. I want to get to the Sibylla, because Sibylla always sums it all up. As a matter of fact, I don't even need to do all the cards. I could just read your Sibylla. This would be your reading. But I feel like your ideal partner, let's talk about your ideal partner, okay, whoever it is. I feel like this person is concerned only about their personal happiness. You may be dealing with someone who's married already, like I said, or has another family to consider, or is expecting a child, and their life is expanding and increasing, right? As a result of new additions. And someone may want a life commitment from them. Okay, this could be you, or this could be someone that they're dealing with. It gets complicated. You know your story. I'm feeling very strongly that someone has two families, and you don't want to share. You don't want to share. And you also don't want this to become exposed, because the Pentacle, the Ace of Pentacles, is like a little mini sun. You don't want this to be exposed to your public. You want to keep that quiet. High Priestess reverse. Or you don't want your pregnancy to be exposed to others, or your scheme of being pregnant or getting pregnant to be exposed. You know, that's the scenario I'm seeing, guys. But I do feel very strongly that whoever it is you're dealing with, your person of interest, your mate, your public, your job, their focus is on their personal happiness in their life, and your focus is on your money. Their focus could be on, I'm sorry, sometimes I get different messages at different times, because I'm feeling like the partner or the company has personal interest gain, but your public and your family and your friends have your interests at heart. Okay, they have your interests at heart. And I don't think you see that, or I don't think you want to see that. I think you want to see what you want to see, and what you want to see is getting you what you want. So, who am I to burst your bubble? You're getting what you want. The Nine of Cups. You are getting exactly what you want. You're getting wish fulfillment. All right? And you're kind of smug about it. You know? Don't you wish you were me? I don't know. It's strange. It's a strange life. But if you're happy, Okay? I feel like come hell or high water, see the high water? Come hell or high water, you're gonna get what you want, and you're gonna hold on to your man, your life, your persona, with all of your strength and with all of your ability. You're going to succeed with the King of Wands. You're going to continue on with your ideal partner and your ideal life. You're going to boldly take actions necessary to claim and to keep it. And if that comes in the form of taking some legal action, even if it's against you know, a really powerful force, you're going to do that, and you're determined to win, and you will win because you got the King of Wands. So if you need to know if you're going to win, if you choose to go into some court case or legal proceeding, you have very strong cards that go in your favor. By the way, this is an alleged reading for Wendy Williams. All allegedly. All right, let's go to the soldier. This is our clarifier for the reading. The militare, I'm not sure how to speak it in Italian. This card talks about having clear goals, and this is just going to sum up the whole reading, okay? So it's going to probably repeat itself, but I'll be quick. You have real goals and objectives that you've set out for yourself, Cancer, and you are determined to achieve them or to keep them. But at this present time, you feel that your aims are being attacked on all fronts. See, he's got his bayonet out. So you have to be sneaky. You have to be sneaky. You have to keep some things to yourself. That High Priestess reverse. Got to keep some secrets and be secretive about proceeding up this hill, trudging up this hill, and battling your way up and maintaining your stronghold. Okay? Getting back control of your fort. You're going through a time of turmoil and big struggles and possibly legal troubles or marriage troubles. You may be making an announcement soon in regards to that. Some of you are having health issues and need to go through a cleansing or a detox. Get reevaluated. Get your meds reevaluated. You know, and listen when people tell you to do that, and do it. Okay, that might be conditional. It might be conditional on some sort of security or some sort of extension of help. You've got to do this, okay? So maybe mother, father, friend might say, you know, there might be an intervention for some of you guys, okay? In order to stay where you're staying or do what you're doing, you're going to have to get this help. You know, someone may insist upon it, but, you know, don't withdraw from that. That's your second advice. Don't withdraw from the help that is being offered to you. Don't withdraw from the good sense and love that is being directed towards you. Don't be so stubborn to where you refuse good help and good advice, because you're you're going to do that. But I'm just telling you the advice of the cards. But back to this card here. You're living at this time frugally right now, either frugally with your money or frugally outside of how you used to live. You know, not being social, being withdrawn. Okay, so see how it's just completely confirming the tarot. And you don't have the things that you want right now. You don't have the man, or you don't have the woman, or you don't have the contract. You don't have what it is you want right now, but you're determined to get back to a place of strength and to hold on to your territory, and you're fiercely fighting for that. Four of Pentacles. And you will fight anyone that opposes that legally, if you have to. And you are determined to succeed and not to be taken advantage of. But this card is also telling me that whoever you're dealing with, and romantically, you're dealing with a very controlling partner and authoritarian. Someone who spies on you and doesn't give you room to breathe. Or this is vice versa. That's the problem. That can't continue. Someone is being unfaithful. And there is selfishness and possibly another family, and maybe even physical abuse or violence. So this is not for everyone. I'm taking it to different extremes, but I'm just telling you that's what's surrounding your love life. And that's why others don't think it's healthy for you, and they think it's strange that you're putting up with whatever this circumstance is, whether it be a physically abusive relationship, or someone who already has a family, or you're in a relationship just for the money, or you're staying in a relationship and purposely having children to right the relationship. You know, other people think it's strange. Other people think it's weird. And that's what this card is saying you're going through, though. Okay, it's not a reading for everyone. But the advice of the card is that you need to get your mind balanced. You need to get your health and your strength back in balance. Some of you need to start doing like a water detox, you need to flush out your system. Some of you have a liver issue that needs to be detoxed. Your liver needs to be detoxed. And then, like I said before, allow others to help you. Allow the kindness of others to guide you. They only want to assist you. They only want to support you. There's a strong help from a female friend or mother figure. And then some of you are going to have like a lot of support from a spiritual counselor or teacher or guide. And it's okay to trust them. That's fine. Narrow down your who you trust. And the ones that you do trust, really listen to them. That's my advice to you, Cancer. That's my advice. Okay, so you get what you want. You get what you want. You're very stubborn, and you will get exactly what you want, and what you want looks like a blessing on the outside, but I feel it makes me cringe on the inside. Okay, but that's me judging. That's me judging, and everybody's judging you. Everybody is judging you, and the choice and the decision is up to you. And you're going to do what you want to do. So, at the end of the day, this reading doesn't mean anything, because you're going to smugly be all, hey, I got the life. Don't you wish you had it? So, more power to you, Cancers. I hope that you found this reading helpful. You got some guidance or some closure. And if you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. I'm available for tarot guidance, Reiki healing, distant healing, and hypnotherapy. Thank you so much, and many blessings to you all.